I see beauty in God's creation. I see patterns, life, symmetry. Sometimes I see something and it screams to be captured through a lens. But not always do I take the photo. Sometimes it's enough just to see it, to be still for a moment. Every photo tells a story of where I've been, but lately I've started wondering if I'm really going anywhere. There's a verse I've been thinking about a lot lately, 1 Thessalonians 4:11. It says, "Make it your aim to live a quiet life, to mind your own business, and to earn your own living. Just as we told you before, in this way you will win the respect of those who are not believers, and you will not have to depend on anyone for what you need." I think that's what I've been chasing, without realizing it, a quieter life. Not a lazy one, but a meaningful one, where I wake up and create something, not just work to survive another week. I quit my job, not because I hated it, but because I couldn't hear myself think anymore. The noise of schedules, shifts, and long drives drowned out my ideas. I wanted space to build something of my own, to share what I've learned, and to live at a pace that lets me listen to what God's been trying to tell me. I'm making this video in my bedroom, a place where I don't feel like I spend much time other than to sleep and get changed for work. For the last 2 years, I've been working in hospitality. And while I was only contracted for 80 hours every 4 weeks, I found it so hard to optimize the other 650. And I found it hard to optimize them because it was a 2-hour round trip, so an hour there and an hour back, and it being hospitality, naturally it's evening work, so that normally meant working from 4 p.m. till 11 p.m, so 7 hours give or take. But that 7 hours is never just 7. We can add the 2 hours to drive there and back, which makes it 9. And this is where it gets crazy. The next day, because I'm not asleep until 1, sometimes 2 in the morning, I found it really hard to wake up at a sensible time. So I'd end up sleeping in till 10, 11 a.m, sometimes even midday. I want to be waking up around 8 a.m, so that's 3 hours of the next day taken to the shift the night before, making it 12 hours. That's half a day for one shift. That leaves me with 4 hours a day to do what I want. That's not a lot. And all for someone else's business to prosper? That didn't seem right to me. No disrespect to the company. I enjoyed working there a lot and I will miss it. You're probably thinking, who is this kid? He's just been talking about how he disliked working in hospitality. Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Nathaniel. I'm a 19-year-old Christian content creator and I'm hoping to build a brand called Life on Pools to share what I've learned in life and in my content creation journey with other beginners to get them off the ground. And I've started what seems like a great foundation to build on, and that's money. How to handle it and how to steward it. Before you get anywhere in your journey, knowing how to handle your money is a great way to start. You see, working that job taught me a lot, but I realized my time wasn't my own. I was helping someone else's business grow while my own ideas were sitting still. I didn't want that to be my story anymore. So here I am, 2 weeks after handing in my notice, jobless, but excited. I've built a course called Money Foundations, which is currently available for £19. But if you sign up to my newsletter, you'll get it at great discounted prices and you'll get access to my free courses as well. So if you can't afford the £19 on a course, don't worry. Just sign up to the newsletter and you'll get access to all my free courses that I'll be making. So the idea of the free courses is that I'm building bigger courses that I'm selling at what I think is a reasonable price because they're packed with so much information that I've learned over the years. And the free courses, I'm trying to condense the big ones because there's so much information I want to share to a younger audience that has no access to finances to buy these courses. So I want to create courses where the younger audience can have access to this information as well, because there's no reason they should be left out, and that's how I felt when I was starting out. There were so many things I wanted access to, but I couldn't get access to them. So I'm the person that's trying to create something to give to a younger audience that can actually access it. I'm not sure if I explained that very well. Now you're probably thinking, this kid is 19 and has made a money course and is trying to sell it to me? What does he know? Yeah. And hear me out, this course has advice from so many successful people I've met, including my older brother and my father, who both worked in a bank for a few years. And it also has biblical principles in it that are applied to so many successful people's lives, whether they believe in God or not. I've spoken to a few people about the pricing of this course, and some of them have said it's worth about £150, but me being me, wanting it to be accessible to a younger audience, I've made it just £19, so grab it while you can. Maybe you've never been in a position to learn about finances, and that's not your fault, but I'm making it available to a much bigger audience by keeping the price low. And anyway, if you didn't understand finances, you wouldn't have £150 to spend on it anyway, so that's why it's as cheap as it is. But I completely understand if it's not for you, or you're just chicken to spend less than £20 like I would be. So subscribe to my newsletter and you'll get access to it at a discounted price, and access to all my free courses that's the same content, just compact. It's definitely worth checking out. Me being a creative, and so are you, by the way, there is a creator, and he made us in his image, which means by nature, we are all creators. Maybe you've just not found your creativity yet, and that's fine. But with my skills, I felt like my job was holding me back. So here I am, 2 weeks after handing in my notice, jobless, but with a passion to create and help other creators. I'll be honest, I'm not perfect. I still waste a lot of time, but I'm trying to make more content, more courses, and products that establish my personal brand. If you'd seen my previous video about me buying a bike, you'll know that I'm not the greatest at storytelling, because thinking back to it now, there's literally no story to that video. And someone even commented, "Did you buy a bike just to feed the horses?" And I guess that's what it looks like, but no, that's not the reason. Hopefully my storytelling has improved in this video, and if you think it has, drop a comment down below, and also let me know how else I can improve, because I'm always looking to improve my videos and get 1% better each time. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Drop a comment of your thoughts below, and get subscribed, because now I'm out of a job, my work starts now.